Hello and welcome to FS19 straw harvest add-on, and today we're going to do a short little tutorial on how to use the Krone Primus 5000. I'm UK Gamer 808 and I'll be taking you through this tutorial for the straw harvest add-on which came out the other day. We're doing this on PS4. So what is it all about? Well, it's all about this machine here. This is the Krone Primus 5000. Now this is the essential part of the straw harvest add-on, or straw harvest DLC for Farming Simulator. And what a cracking bit of kit it is. Now this is quite expensive. It's not cheap. None of this kit is cheap, and it's quite high on the slot count as well, where it's minus 39 on the slots, and every one you have after that is only minus 2. But there's no point having loads unless you're on a multiplayer, because you can't use a worker, you have to do it manually. So what does it cost? Well, it does cost a whopping bit of money, £320,000. You can lease it for 16,320, and it does hold 9,700 litres, and that comprises of 9,000 litres of the pellets, which are going to go in the back there, and then we have 200 litres of molasses, which that's the binding ingredient, and then we have 500 litres of water. And you look over the mod, it's absolutely fantastic. Creative Mesh have done an excellent job with this. It looks very, very, very nice. Fair bloody dues. Anyhow, so that now we do have two different machines. We have an automatic model and a manual one. So first off, we're going to use the manual one and make some hay pellets with that, and I'll show you how to fill it up and what it's all about. So let's jump in the deer. Now let's show you the molasses. Right, there's the molasses there, comes in pallet like that. Now this, a full pallet will cost you £760. If you only want a couple, you can buy. There are pallets available. Now we need some water. Now this mod here, the water hydrant, I think it's about 100 quid minus 1 on the slot count. It is brilliant mod. Takes up a tiny little footprint and you can put it wherever you want. So that is all you need, is water and molasses. So let's jump in the deer, turn the help window on. So help window on, and the way you can tell between the manual one and the automatic one is this one. You can see at the top there in the help window, it says you first need to refill tool. So you come up alongside of it and you see it's come up there, refill pellet harvester. Click on that and the bar's going up and the molasses are going down. So we've got 200 litres of molasses in there. Move up to the water point, click on that and the next bar comes up. We've got 500 litres of water. Pretty cool. Right then, so we come over to my prepared field. I did do this earlier, did a video, and my sound didn't come out. I didn't plug in my mic. Bloody nightmare. I can't wait to get a PC. That's the main reason. I want to be able to record video and sound separately, whereas on PlayStation I can't. So fire it up. What controls have we got? Turn on pallet harvester. There isn't any unfold or anything on there. Then we've got the pickup there, which is lower down just like that, and then we also have the pipe out, which you've got to be careful that there's no collision on it, so if anything's in the way it will push it right out of the way. So we jump up to see what's going on with the pellet harvester, and you see we've got lots of spinning blades going on, and then these drums rotating. The pellets come down, go through here onto that conveyor, and then into the back. Now when I did the video earlier, you couldn't see the pellets until I did the bale shredding, so hopefully it'll show up a little bit better today. Now you do need 350 horsepower to run this one. It probably won't work with any less, but I recommend you get a little bit bigger using the 8R, which is over 400. And the added thing you want to do is put weight on the front. If you haven't got a weight on the front, as soon as this is loaded, it takes over, starts pushing you around all over the place and pretty unstable. So get a nice big weight on the front and it'll sort that problem out. So easy as, we got a swath ready to go we've got it all running, and we just drive straight in and it just picks it up. Now it has got a working speed of 6 miles an hour, but a lot of time I've found it doesn't go there. Now this swath is a swath I put down myself, so it's probably a little bit too high than what you'd normally get if you just cut the grass, which I did on the first video, and I saved it as well, didn't I? So we had to put it all out again. Anyway, there it is, it's filling up, and yeah, our pellets, we can see them, they're just there, they're just coming off the conveyor right now, and they just go in, fill up that hopper for 9,000 litres. You see the molasses is on 94% and the water's 93%, so if you run out of that it will just stop and won't let you carry on, which is why the automatic one, if you can't be bothered with any of that, you don't have to worry about it. The automatic one, you just pick up your hay or your straw and that's it, easy as that. Right, let's try and pick up a little bit more down here. Now I am flat out, so we're doing 6 miles an hour, and it is picking it all up, no problem. Just leaving a little bit here and there. Now you have got to be careful with the larger swath, whereas if you put it into a pile, it has got a sort of cut off, where if it's got too much load on there, it will cut off. We should see that as we come into this bigger swath pile just down there. Yeah, and you see it just shut off, where it's like, no, not having that. So if that happens, that's the reason why. The pile's too big and it doesn't like it. It will do a larger pile, you've just got to go a lot slower. And that's strange, it's not picking that little bit up. Oh, see, yeah, it turned itself off, didn't it? There's me saying, yeah, if it turns off, that's what it is, and then me doing exactly the same bloody thing. Anyway, so there it is, firing in. Let's get to those 9,000. So that's the 8,000, nearly there, and then we should be able to speed up a little bit more. But like I said, you can't use a worker, so you've got to do this all by hand yourself. And there it is. Turn that off, put the head up, and there we have our 9,000 litres. Now if you're driving this with any other tractor, you wouldn't be able to do that. It starts throwing you around all over the place. But nice big tractors, heavy weight on the front, you're not going to have that problem. So to get it out, we should turn around the other way. So wherever you're going to drop off, just make sure you put your chute out first, the conveyor, and then drive up to wherever you want to put it. And it is automatic, in just like that. Drive away and it stop. If you want to put it on the ground, we can do the unload here, just like that. And we stop, yep. And then also you can sell it directly straight out of the bin itself. Now one of the other things they've added for this straw harvest add-on is some sell points. Now this is for pallet sell point, what comes up as, but you can sell it loose. You see the money is going up there, and it just drops it straight off to there. No problems. These are 500 quid and it's -4 on the slot count, and every one after that is -4. So when you go into the prices, you can see there they are there. The only downside about it, it says pallet sell point. So the first one I did, let's get over to the prices. Now the first one I did, I think it was that first one. So it should be, that was the first one and that was the second one. Whereas when you got the edge grain Volt, you've got a black one edition as well. So you can have edge grain Volt black or edge grain Volt. Be nice with pallet cell point, and then pallet cell point 1 or 2 if you wanted to have a few. See the cost of them at the moment. That one was 965 on the, I think the straw's the lesser one, and the other one's on 1632, and the other one is 1500. So not too bad at all, quite good money, and you don't have to put it in pallets, you can just put it in and away you go. I'll tell you what, we'll leave that one there, because next one we will have a look at is the automatic one. So this one, even easier than the other one. You've got nothing to do apart from drive it to your straw, with the pickup straw this time, and get some pellets on the go. So same crack again, lower the header down, the pickup, sorry it's not a header is it, lower pickup, turn it on, doesn't need water, doesn't need molasses. Yeah, and this swath was a little bit too high by the looks of things. Let's slow that down. Well, that overloaded it straight away. We'll try it on 3 mile an hour to be getting off with. Fire it up, and it does slow down as soon as you fire it up. I did try running it with one of the smaller cases, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't say insufficient power, which is pretty cool. I'm up for it if it just doesn't work. I hate these flashing up like turn your engine on and all that sort of crap. It's annoying. I wish you could turn it off, but you don't get that. But we've got a nice little dust cloud firing out, and we see the pellets going in the back. Yeah, and you can see I had this earlier where you can't really see the pellets. I'm not sure if it's just a straw thing though. But we're going to shred a bale in a minute, and that was working fine. So that is how you make your straw pellets. Now it seems to be you get more money for the hay pellets anyway. But saying that straw, you don't get much money for bales or anything else, so it's worth doing. Right, then moving over to the next bit of kit we've got, which is the bale shredder. Now I had a little glitch on here earlier. I've done a little video, so go and check that out, because what happened is I placed the bale down and it sold. I did it over there and I did it over here, and it's like, hey, what's going on? The bale's just sold. But I'll put a link up for that now. Anyway, moving on. So this is the bale shredder. So it comes on a pallet just like that. £31,900 to buy, 1,626 on leasing costs, so not too much on the leasing I suppose, minus 16 on the slot count. So bear in mind this and that's 39. Well, I've got the deer as well, so that's 39 in itself. So then you add another 16 onto that, and then the John Deere, which is like 38. We're getting serious amounts of slots, but it's a cracking bit of kit, isn't it? It really is. I love this Deere. Anyway, getting back onto the bale shredder. So this is a nice little feature for the straw add-on, for the straw harvest add-on. All you have to do drive up alongside, and you can see down on the machine itself it shows we have got an arrow where it does give you indication of it goes that way, just like that. So don't try and put it the other way or on the other side of the machine, because it won't have it. Click that and that's it. It just attaches automatically. Then we can unfold it, and it's a pretty cool bit of animation on this. Now I've had a go with all this kit and everything works a treat. My only gripe about the bale shredder is it's just a bit slow. So we fire up the pellet harvester, which also fires up the conveyor, and you can see that conveyor is going pretty slow. Let's come over to our bale. pick that one up. Now when you're putting it on this bed, if you can see, you can catch on these bits here, this bar here and that bar there. It will go, but it just slows it down, and it's so slow anyway. So you want to ideally just get it lined up nicely in the middle. Drop that onto the bed there. Probably not so violent as that. And then it feeds in just like that. Now it does take some time, but it is what it is. Now it did have this, I haven't seen, I looked for it, oh there it is now, it's got that. I thought that was the blade, I think that's the blade for cutting the bales. But I can't believe we got this for console. Straw harvest add-on for console. So we're doing this on PS4. Farming Simulator is getting so much better. Farming Simulator 19 is getting crazy, it really is. It's probably better we're not getting a new one till next year. So there it goes, we are starting to shred away. And there's the pellets, we can see all the pellets coming out of there. See, it's strange, it didn't seem to show the pellets on the straw. But it did when I can't remember if I shredded the straw or the, oh I can't bloody remember. Anyways, you can see the pellets working, it just goes in, shreds it up. Takes a bit of time, but most things do. As I could definitely do with being sped up just a little bit. So that was one bale, 4,000 litres. And we'll let that finish running through. Yeah, there it is, it's run through. So what do we get off one bale? One bale we get in 1,981. Oh, was there some, there might have been some in, yeah there it is, there's 991 per bale basically, so that's 4,000 litre bale. And the other thing I noticed, I just did the video edit and I had to come back in because I saw some extra options. And basically if you go down the R1 button, you can see we've actually got control on the wheels there. So if it's not a level bit of ground, you can make it level. And then also you push down the R1 and it extends that out a little bit, so you can put a couple of bales on there. You can get probably what, one on, if one's at the front there you might get three, but you're gonna, that little extension on there. And then we also have, so that's the extension, and then you go up and down and it extends those feet out as well. And my dog's just going nuts, sneezing fit. So that's it, I thought I had that in. So then it is a complete how-to on the straw harvest DLC, straw harvest add-on. So you go to your prices, you're still pretty good money, you're still making more money than you would for straw anyhow. And then when you're finished, fold it up, pretty cool that is, love that animation. And it folds away nicely, just like that. So there you have it. What a piece of kit. The Krone Primus 5000 how-to guide. That is how. Everything you need to know on it. Now I've got a couple more videos coming out for this. There is a little glitch we can do with this as well, where you can actually get pellets out of the edge grain silos, but I will do a separate video on that. And the next video is going to be the palletizer, which I'll go through how to guide everything I've found out on that so far. And then after that will be the video on all the baling, the 2 balers we got and the picker-uppers. Righto, well I hope you've enjoyed this how-to guide on the straw harvest add-on for Farming Simulator 19, and if you did, always appreciate if you smash that like button, and if you didn't like it, hit the dislike, doesn't really bother me. A dislike is a dislike, a like is a like, a vote is a vote. And if you are new to my channel, why not go and check out one of my Farming Simulator 19 videos. Now make sure you check the rest of the other playlist for the Straw Harvest DLC, Straw Harvest add-on for the Farming Simulator. There's one video up at the moment which is your first look, and the other ones will be tutorials and a couple of little glitch videos as well, which I've found. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.